Hello student, welcome to chemistry class. Student, now we are going to start biomolecules. As you know that we are revising chapters in each revision test, and as you know that your next chapter is biomolecule. Uh, we will first see the theories in short. What are biomolecules? Biomolecules are naturally occurring organic compounds. Biomolecules means molecules are organic compounds which are associated with the biological system. So, biomolecules are naturally occurring organic compounds present as essential constituent of the uh, living organism in the different cell. Okay, biomolecules are naturally occurring organic compounds present in the essential constituents which are essential, बहुत जरूरी हैं जो, which are essential. Okay, such as protein, fat, vitamins, carbohydrates, and as you know that these are the building block of our body. Carbohydrate, protein, fats, and vitamins, all these are the organic compound. All these are organic compound. Okay, and carbohydrate is required for the production of energy for the cellular work. Carbohydrate is required for the production of energy for the cellular work. If cell will work, then our body will work. So, for the physical work, energy is derived from the carbohydrate molecules. And protein constitute the whole body system, and body. Our muscles are made up of protein. Our bones are made up of osine protein. Hair, nail, muscles, systems, immune system, and circulatory system, all these are the made up of protein. Where the epithelium is present, it means there is protein. So many things in our body which are made up of protein. In our blood circulation, hemoglobin is globular protein. In our body, immunoglobulin is the protein which protect us from the germ. Okay, so many hormones occur in our body which are made up of protein. All of the enzymes made up of protein. All of the enzymes are made up of protein. It means protein is constructive material of our body or any body or any organisms. Okay, similarly fat have dual function. One, it produce energy when whole carbohydrate is consumed in our body. Whole carbohydrate is consumed in our body. Okay. Okay. And fat also protect our internal organ from the shock. It is the shock absorber. But sometimes fat become very dangerous for our body, especially for heart. Okay. And now we come to the nucleic acid is another important biomolecule which have genetic information and which transfer genetic information from one generation to another generation. Also it help in formation of protein. Okay, that's, you can say that in a cell, nucleus is a brain of the cell, and inside the brain, inside the nucleus, there are nucleoproteins and there are nucleic acid. And nucleic acid, among the nucleic acid, DNA and RNA are the two. DNA especially have the genetic information and have the coded information for the synthesis of protein. Synthesis of protein. And RNA, which are of three types: ribosomal RNA, rRNA, tRNA. They all help in the formation of protein, and the formation of protein is the translation. Formation of mRNA, which have the coded information from the DNA. For the construction of a special type of protein. Thus the formation of mRNA from the DNA is the transcription, and formation of protein from the mRNA or on the mRNA is translation. And all this process, formation of DNA to DNA, replication, formation of DNA to mRNA, transcription, and formation of protein from mRNA is translation. Then the replication, transcription, and translation is the central dogma of the molecular genetics. Central dogma of the molecular genetics. And as you know that vitamins are very, very important for our body. In absence of vitamins, deficiency diseases takes place. In absence of vitamin, deficiency diseases takes place. So let us start from the carbohydrate. What are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates. These are the optically active polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones. These are optically active. Which type of optically active? Polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketones are compound which produce such unit on hydrolysis called cellulose and glucose starch. These are the carbohydrate. Thus the carbohydrates are what? Polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones are compound which produce such units, aldehyde or ketones, like cellulose and glycogen, starch, sucrose, maltose, so many. Then we come to the classification. Carbohydrates are classified into the monoditrisaccharide and polysaccharide. Monodi, tri or polysaccharide. Okay. Polysaccharide, monosaccharides are okay. Monosaccharides are those carbohydrate which cannot be further hydrolyzed into the another smaller unit. It means monosaccharides are the smallest unit of the carbohydrate. Smallest unit of the carbohydrate. While disaccharides have two monosaccharide unit, oligosaccharide, those saccharides in which odd number of monosaccharide units are found, and in polysaccharide n number of the monosaccharide units are found. Okay, these are the biomolecules. All monosaccharide and disaccharides are sweet in taste. All monosaccharide and disaccharides are sweet in taste. Therefore, these are called sugar. What are sugar? Sugars are sweet in taste. Which are sweet in taste? Monosaccharide and disaccharide. Now we come to reducing sugar. What? We come to reducing sugar. Okay. What are reducing sugar? With carbohydrate which contain free aldehyde and ketone group. Carbohydrate, you can say that carbohydrate which can reduce toluene and Fehling solution, toluene reagent or Fehling solution are called reducing, and all these reducing sugar have free aldehyde or ketone through which they can reduce Fehling solution and toluene reagent, because as you know that in the chemical test of aldehyde and ketone you have seen that some particular reagent work, okay, and with the help of these reagents which we can distinguish the aldehyde and ketones. Thus the carbohydrate which have free aldehyde and ketone can reduce aldehyde and Fehling solution. Thus the all monosaccharides and maltose are reducing sugar. Maltose are reducing sugar. Now we see non-reducing sugar. What are non-reducing sugar? Non-reducing sugars are those which cannot reduce Tollin and Fehling solution, such as sucrose, such as sucrose. Thus, sucrose cannot be reduced by the Fehling solution, or you can say that sucrose cannot reduce Fehling solution or Tollin reagent. Okay. And all reducing carbohydrate undergoes mutarotation. All reducing carbohydrate undergoes mutarotation in aqueous solution. Now we come to the preparation of carbohydrate. Okay. Preparation of glucose. Starch on hydrolysis give only glucose. Okay. Glucose how can we get? From the starch. Okay. Now we will see the reaction of glucose. Okay. What are the reaction of glucose? First, when glucose reacts with the hydrogen iodide, it gives an hexane. This is the distinguished structure of the glucose. It means glucose have at least 6 carbon. Okay. Similarly, we can verify the structure of glucose. Another is the glucose with the ammonium hydroxide, hydroxylamine, give glucose monooxime, and NO react with the next. In the next step, NO is removed, then further glucose is formed. When addition of HCN takes place, then glucose cyanohydrines form. Okay. Now next we will see. Here is glucose when react with the bromine water, it gives gluconic acid. It shows that free end of glucose have aldehyde or ketone. Similarly, when penta acetic anhydride react with the glucose, it gives pentacetate. You can see here. Look, here is the glucose, here is acetic acid, and here is the formula. This is the pentacetate. Okay, now see next. Oxidation of glucose gives saccharic acid. If we oxidize glucose in presence of nitric acid, we will get the saccharic acid. And when oxidation of gluconic acid takes place, then saccharic acid is formed. Okay. Now next reaction. These are the some important reactions. Okay. Sucrose, maltose and lactose are example of disaccharide. Maltose molecule is composed of 2 alpha D glucose unit at the C1C4 linkage. Okay. Now we will see Thus, the sucrose, maltose, and lactose are example of disaccharide. Maltose molecule is composed of two alpha D glucose unit. Maltose have two alpha D glucose unit, and two glucose unit are combined to each other by C1 of the one glucose link with the C4 of the another glucose. This is known as when two same glucose unit combine to each other from the C1 of the one and C4 of the another carbon glucose unit, then it is called C1C2 glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage. Starch and cellulose are example of polysaccharide. Okay. Starch and cellulose are the example of polysaccharide. Cellulose is the polysaccharide whose functional structural unit is beta D glucose. Thus, the beta D glucose is the functional and structural unit of the carbohydrate. And glycosidic linkage in the cellulose, which is the polysaccharide, and structural unit is the beta D glucose. As you have learned that except cellulose, in other polysaccharide and disaccharide there are alpha D glucose, but in case of cellulose there is beta D glucose, and linkage one is the same C1C4 linkage. Okay, C1C4 linkage. D-ribose is also a sugar. D-ribose is also a sugar. Deoxyribose, these are the sugar of RNA and DNA respectively. These are the sugar of RNA and DNA respectively. Okay, now see protein and the nucleic acid. Now we will see the protein and nucleic acid. As you know that we are revising, so we have taken quick revision notes. Okay, quick revision notes. Protein and nucleic acid. Proteins are the condensation polymer in which monomeric unit are the alpha amino acid. Protein are condensed polymer in which monomeric units are alpha amino acid. Proteins are condensed polymer in which monomeric units are alpha, and compound which contain carboxylic acid and amino group. It means compound which contain carboxylic acid and amino group are called amino acid. Thus you can see that amino acid have two functional group. One is the amine group and other is the carboxylic group. On the basis of structure, proteins are classified into the fibrous, globular protein. Okay, fibrous and globular protein. Fibrous proteins are the thread-like, which tend to lace a side by the side, and means if there is fiber, the fiber can lie side by side. But in the globular protein, it forms the compact molecule. molecule. Okay, it form the compact molecule. Now fibrous protein are the thread-like molecule which tend to lay side by side, and fibrous protein are thread-like, then globular protein are the spheroidal. Okay. Now in the next class we will further discuss the protein. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.